Sri Lanka is one of the most beautiful and diverse countries we've ever explored. From bustling cities and golden beaches to lush mountains and ancient ruins, this island really does have it all. In this video, we're counting down 10 must-visit places in Sri Lanka, starting with the capital city and ending with what we think is the most magical spot in the entire country. So let's get into it. Number 10, Colombo. We start our journey in Colombo, the capital city and the place where most tourists first land. A lot of travellers skip Colombo and rush off to the beaches or the mountains, but the best way to see the city is by tuk-tuk. We hired a local guide who showed us around the Spice District, Marine Drive and a mix of old Dutch and English colonial buildings alongside mosques and temples. Colombo is also a city of food. If you love to eat, make sure to do a street food tour. You'll try everything from spicy kotu roti to hoppers and fresh seafood. If you're on a budget, you'll be happy to know Colombo has great hotels at every price point. We stayed at both a budget-friendly spot with a rooftop pool and a more upscale hotel with ocean views, and honestly, both of them were fantastic. For sunsets, head to Galle Fort Green, where locals gather to fly kites, play cricket and eat street food right by the water. It's a perfect introduction to Sri Lanka's energy. Number 9, Tissamaharama. This peaceful little town is best known as the gateway to Yala National Park. You'll notice right away the enormous white Tissamaharama that dominates the skyline. The lakes here are filled with lotus flowers, and if you come at the right time of year, you'll see flocks of migratory birds. It's literally a paradise for bird lovers. What we really liked about Tissa is how quiet and local it felt. There are some small family-run guest houses where you'll be welcomed with home-cooked Sri Lankan meals, some of the best food we had on the trip, and at night the air feels fresh and calm compared to the busier coastal towns. Staying in Tissa puts you in the perfect spot for an early morning safari, but it's also worth spending a day just exploring the temples and lakes on foot or by bicycle. Number 8, Kandy, the cultural heart of Sri Lanka. The city itself is centered around Kandy Lake, and the main attraction here is the Temple of the Tooth relic. It's one of the most sacred Buddhist temples in the world, and stepping inside you really feel the spiritual energy of the place. We also recommend catching a Kandyan cultural dance performance, which usually happens in the evenings just outside the temple. The music, costumes and drumming are incredible, and tickets are really affordable. Kandy's also famous as the starting point of the legendary Kandy to Yala train ride. This journey is hands down one of the most scenic rail trips in the world, winding past tea plantations, waterfalls and mountain valleys. Even if you're not a train person, this ride is definitely worth it. For us, Kandy wasn't our favourite city compared to the smaller towns, but it's an important stop on any Sri Lankan adventure, especially for culture and history lovers. Number 7, Galle Fort. At number 7 is Galle Fort, a colonial treasure on the south coast. The fort was built by the Portuguese and later expanded by the Dutch, and today it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Walking inside the walls feels like stepping into a different world. Cobblestone streets, Dutch era buildings, boutique shops, and plenty of cafes and gelato stands. We recommend spending a whole day here because there's so much to see. The cricket fields, the art galleries, the jewellery shops, and of course the fort ramparts at sunset. It's one of the most beautiful places to watch the sun go down over the Indian Ocean. Galle also makes a great base to explore the beaches nearby, like Untitled, or to visit one of the local sea turtle hatcheries, where you can learn about the conservation efforts to protect these amazing creatures. Number 6, Nuwara Eliya. But before we jump into it, I want to share a quick travel hack that honestly saved us a ton of money while traveling through Sri Lanka, and that's the Wise Travel Money Card. If you've ever been stung by hidden bank fees when paying abroad, you'll get why this is such a game changer. With Wise, you can hold and spend in over 40 different currencies at the real exchange rate, the same one that you see on Google with no sneaky markups. In Sri Lanka, we used our Wise card for everything. Booking hotels online, paying at restaurants, even withdrawing rupees from local ATMs. Every time the fees were way lower than what our traditional bank would have charged. It's super easy to manage through the Wise app as well. You can top up instantly, track every transaction in real time, and freeze your card if it ever gets lost. So if you're planning a trip here or anywhere abroad, I definitely recommend checking it out. We'll leave our Wise link in the description below. Using our link means you'll get your first transfer fee free up to $1,000 or a free travel card. Number 6 takes us up to the Central Highlands to Nuwara Eliya, also known as Little England. The British influence is still very visible here, from colonial-style houses and rose gardens to the golf courses and tea estates. But the real highlight of Nuwara Eliya is the tea. This is the heart of Sri Lanka's tea country, and you can tour a plantation, watch how the leaves are picked and processed, and then enjoy a hot cup of world-famous Ceylon tea in the cool mountain air. We stayed in a cozy cottage here, and it honestly felt like we were in another country. It does get surprisingly cold, so pack a jacket. You can also visit the beautiful Hikkaduwa Botanical Garden or rent a boat on Gregory Lake for a relaxing afternoon. It's the perfect spot to slow down, sip tea by the fire, and enjoy the mountain scenery. Number 5, Hikkaduwa. At number 5, we head back to the coast to Hikkaduwa, a lively beach town with a fun mix of relaxation and nightlife. Hikkaduwa is most famous for its giant sea turtles, which often swim right up to the beach. You don't even need to snorkel far, you can literally see them while standing in the shallow water. The coral reefs here are also fantastic for snorkeling and diving, and during the day, beaches are filled with surfers, swimmers, and people just soaking up the sun. But Hikkaduwa really comes alive at night, with reggae bars, seafood barbecues, and music right on the sand. Number 4, Weligama. Number 4 on the list is Weligama, which is well known as one of Sri Lanka's top surf towns. What makes Weligama special is that it's perfect for beginners. The long sandy bay has gentle waves, and there are surf schools everywhere offering lessons for around $20. You'll see people of all ages learning to surf here. The town itself has a relaxed bohemian vibe, and there are yoga studios, smoothie bowl cafes, and backpacker hostels mixed with the traditional markets and fishing boats. Offshore, you'll spot Tabrobane Island, a tiny island with a villa on top, which has become one of the most photographed spots in the country. It's not a big party town, but if you're looking for surf, yoga, and chilled out beach lifestyle, Weligama is ideal. Coming in at number 3 is Yala National Park, Sri Lanka's most famous safari destination. That's right, you can do a safari in Sri Lanka. The park is home to elephants, crocodiles, peacocks, water buffalo, and hundreds of bird species. But the star of the show is the Sri Lankan leopard. Yala has one of the highest leopard densities in the world, so your chances of spotting one are better here than almost anywhere else in the world. We still remember the excitement of having to stop our tuk-tuk in the middle of the highway while a giant elephant crossed the road about 20 meters in front of us. An experience we'll never forget. You can do half-day or full-day safaris here, or you can just drive your own vehicle, such as a tuk-tuk, through the national park itself. If you're going to be coming through Yala National Park, it's definitely worth getting up early in the morning when the animals are most active. Yala is wild, raw, and a reminder of just how incredible Sri Lanka's natural diversity really is. Sigiriya Rock Fortress. At number 2 is the iconic Sigiriya Rock Fortress, also known as the Lion Rock. This UNESCO World Heritage Site rises nearly 200 meters above the jungle, and the climb to the top takes you past ancient frescoes, mirror walls, and the giant lion's paw carved into stone at the entrance. At the summit, you'll find the ruins of an ancient palace, and the views stretch for miles in every direction. Jungle, lakes, and distant mountains. It's one of the most breathtaking sights in Sri Lanka. If you're looking for a cheaper and less crowded alternative, nearby Pidurangula Rock offers equally stunning views, especially at sunrise. But if it's your first time in Sri Lanka, Sigiriya itself is an absolute must. And finally, number 1, Yala, the crown jewel of Sri Lanka's hill country. This little mountain town stole our hearts. Surrounded by tea plantations, waterfalls, and lush valleys, Yala has the perfect mix of nature, adventure, and laid-back charm. The highlight here is the Nine Arches Bridge, an Instagram favourite where you can watch trains pass through the jungle. For hikers, Little Adams Peak and Yala Rock both offer jaw-dropping views of the valley, and if you just want to relax, there are plenty of hillside cafes with panoramic views, the perfect place to sip tea and watch the mist roll in. Yala is one of those places that feels both peaceful and alive at the same time. It's the kind of spot where you plan to stay for 2 nights and end up staying a week. For us, it's the ultimate must-visit destination in Sri Lanka. And that's our countdown of 10 must-visit places in Sri Lanka. From the busy streets of Colombo to the quiet mountain magic of Yala, this country truly has something for everybody. If you've been to Sri Lanka, let us know your favourite spot in the comments, and if you're planning a trip, which of these places will you visit first? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more travel guides and inspiration. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.